Before operating any piece of equipment, please adhere to all safety and warnings labels provided in your operation manual. Wear personal protective equipment such as gloves, work boots, and eye and hearing protection as required for the task at hand. This video is intended to be a brief explanation on what the features are and how to operate the Reliant RS45 hydraulic-driven air compressor. This machine has a comprehensive array of controls and safety systems built into the RS45 hydraulic compressor. Refer to Figure 4-1 in your operational manual for a general overview to identify and locate the system's main components. Becoming familiar with the functional instrumentation as given in Section 4.2, Purpose of Controls in your operational manual, will help you understand and recognize when the system is operating properly. When using the Reliant RS45, operate the machine only in well-ventilated areas. Be sure to leave sufficient room around the machine for cooling air circulation during operation. There must be a minimum of 10 inches for the cooler intake and 10 inches for the sides and rear of the machine. Heated air must be able to vent away from the intake. Do not leave anything resting on top of the machine. Exhaust air from the cooling system will generate high temperatures and must not be restricted. Operate the machine with the top cover closed. When operating in extreme hot or cold conditions, extra attention should be given to any warning indications that could lead to a serious problem. Under these extreme conditions, required machine reviews and maintenance schedules should be more frequent than given in Section 5, Routine Maintenance Schedule, in your operation manual. The unit should be bolted down to the surface of your equipment. Ensure the compressor is positioned on a level surface so that the proper amounts of oil can be added if required. The optimal oil level lies in the area between the bottom of the threaded portion of the oil fill port and the edge of the oil fill port rim. An alternate compressor oil level check can be accomplished via the compressor sight glass. At the sight glass, the oil lies between 1/4 and 3/4 intervals of the visible glass area. Warning: do not remove caps, plugs, and/or other components when the compressor is running or pressurized. Stop the compressor and depressurize the system prior to maintenance, repair, or operation of the system. Relieve the entire system pressure by opening and closing the service valve slowly, which will vent all pressure to the atmosphere. Caution: before removing the cap. First, crack the fill cap slightly until the vent groove shows above the thread line of the cap for a few seconds. At that point, any residual air pressure will bleed from the sump to the atmosphere. After removing the cap, add or drain if necessary to accomplish the recommended compressor oil level procedure. Ensure that all hose connections are tight and wiring connections are correct and tight. If the unit has sat for a long period of time, or you are using the machine for the first time, make sure you have oil to the pump and motor. Again, be sure the service valve on the compressor is closed prior to servicing or operating the unit. The Reliant RS45's controller comes with a number of screen identifications you should be familiar with prior to operating the machine. Use the left and right buttons to navigate from screen to screen. This automatic screen appears when the controller is first initiated. It remains for a few seconds, then changes to the controller revision screen. This screen shows the current version of the display and controller software. It remains for a few seconds, then changes to the main screen. This is the default pressure screen. It shows the current pressure status of the machine. Pressing Escape from any other screen will bring this screen up. The Setting Adjustment display screen shows the preset cut-in and cut-out pressures for the range of operation. These pressures can be adjusted by pressing the up or down arrows. The cut-in, cut-out pressure screen allows the operator to change some of the machine functions. This includes changing the cut-in, cut-out pressure and toggling the solenoid functions to either on or off. Note that when adjusting the cut-in, cut-out pressure, the relationship between cut-in and cut-out will remain proportional. The temperature screen shows the current running temperature of the machine. The service contract screen shows the support phone number to contact the Vanair Service Department. Ensure the compressor is positioned on a level surface so that the actual amount of oil is indicated and the proper amounts of oil can be added if required. Be sure the air service valve is in the closed position. Press the Start button on the controller and wait for the main pressure default screen to appear. Check pressure and temperature screens. Pressure may need adjustment to achieve desired operating pressure. Note: the temperature will be higher in high ambient conditions. Allow the machine to warm up for several minutes before operating. Engage the hydraulic system, PTO or hydraulic supply, and allow the hydraulic oil to circulate back to the tank. When the solenoid is activated, oil should quickly circulate to the hydraulic motor powering the compressor and start producing air. Partly open the service valve to load compressor and allow to warm up. Monitor the temperature. The ideal operating temperature should be between 180 degrees Fahrenheit, 82 degrees Celsius, and 220 degrees Fahrenheit, 104 degrees Celsius, approximately 100 degrees over ambient temperature. Cycle the compressor on-off by slowly opening and closing the service valve to ensure it is operating correctly. Connect your air tool. Warning: if startup and shutdown procedures are not followed, damage to the system and its components may occur. Close all service valves slowly and allow the compressor to unload and cool down for approximately 5 minutes. Disengage the hydraulic system. For further operating procedures and functions, please refer to your operational manual or call Vanair at 1-800-526-8817 for further assistance.